Good morning. I'm Betty Hilliard with Mainstay Editorial Services. I'm excited to join you today and talk a little bit about spring cleaning. Now, you're probably wondering, what does an editor have to offer in terms of spring cleaning tips? But I actually am going to talk to you a little bit about planning ahead and preparing for the fall. One of the services I offer is college application essay editing. Try saying that 5 times fast. With this service, I work with parents and their high school students, helping them fine-tune their college application essays. And while fall is really the big time for college applications and college admissions, spring is a good time to start thinking about the essays and planning for them and preparing for them. As your student goes into their fall semester of their senior year, it's such a busy time, and they're already after summer vacation. They're trying to get back into a routine of classes, homework, extracurricular activities, and just all of the extra things that go with being a high school senior. So anything your student can do to prepare ahead of time will help relieve stress when the deadlines start hitting in the fall for college applications. I'm going to cover a few tips to kind of help your child get started with their application essays. One of the first things I recommend is that help your child remember that the essay is just one part of a much bigger process. It's just one piece of the puzzle. There are high school transcripts, test scores, interviews. There are so many things that go into the college admission process, and the essay is just a portion of that. So while writing an essay can be a little nerve-wracking, it's important that your child remember to take a deep breath, relax, and this is just one part of the process. The second thing for your child to remember is that they need to follow directions. And I know this seems like such a simple thing, but it really goes a long way in the essay process for 2 reasons. One is that in the directions, the university will give hints as to what they are looking for in the essay. The second thing is that it just simply shows the college admissions officer that your child can, in fact, follow directions. So make sure that they read the directions and follow them in their essay. The third thing for your child to remember is that, yes, this is a time for them to shine, and you want their child to highlight their strengths, but they need to do it in a way that is humble. The fourth thing to remember in your child's college application essay is that they need to keep it simple. Use a conversational tone. Use everyday words. Do not try to impress the admissions officer with big fancy words. All that shows is that your child can use a thesaurus. So your child wants to let their personality shine through their words by keeping it simple and keeping it conversational. The fifth thing to remember for your child is to make time to write the essay. This is a process, and it's not something you want your child to rush through. Rushing to meet a deadline causes a lot of stress, and your child may not write the best essay that they can if they're in a hurry. So you want them to have time. You want them to think about what they're going to write about, plan ahead, write it, and then maybe step away from it for a day or two and come back and look at it with a fresh set of eyes. And you want to allow plenty of time to get that done. The sixth thing is that grammar does matter. Spelling errors, punctuation errors, these things cause distractions for the reader. The reader becomes more focused on finding the next mistake, that they kind of lose sight of what the essay is about. They lose sight of the focus and the topic of the essay. It also shows that your child may not be putting forth their best effort, or that they don't really care. So those little mistakes, and although they are little, they do weigh heavily in the essay process. The seventh and the final thing I'll cover today is that your child wants to check and double check their essay when they're done. And this is a great opportunity to have another set of eyes look at the essay. It is almost impossible to catch all of your own errors. So having a fresh set of eyes, whether it be a family member or a trusted teacher, or if you hire an editor, having that fresh set of eyes will help catch things that your child may not catch in his or her own writing. And the things that the person wants to look for that's reviewing the essay, of course, they want to check for spelling and grammar errors, but they also want to check to see, does the essay make sense? Does the essay flow well? And go back to the directions and make sure that the essay does, in fact, follow the directions and that it's answering the questions that are set forth in the essay. So that's it. Those are my quick tips for you for college essays. Now, maybe you are not in a stage of life where you have a student that's approaching the college years, but if not, maybe you have a friend or a family member that is. If so, I hope you will pass these tips on to them. I also have a blog that covers these tips in more detail, and it also goes into several don'ts for college essays. I will have a link posted underneath this video in the comment section. So be sure to check that out, not only to get some more details about the do's, but also to find out what your child should avoid in their college essays. So again, I hope you found these tips helpful, and I hope you have a great day.